Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they, them of all ages, we got 4 days before Walton Street Madness, aka Hull Fair 2025. And let me tell you, as always, it's going to be an absolutely banging time. Now, what can I say apart from the fact that the pack down is well underway now? We got less than 4 days. Most of the fair is pretty much set up. We got 90% of the way there now. But what is surprising is that the Facebook announced lineup, while true, there is still some new surprises and new arrivals that have just turned up out of nowhere that have completely blown me away, including Joker finally coming back to Hull Fair. Oh my god, we're so excited. No, I'm dreaming, and it was cancelled, and I'm still not over that, and I'm really upset, but we keep going with life, and yeah. Anyway, I'm not sorry about that at all. But the point is, we've got some new arrivals, and I'm going to factor them into my top 10 most anticipated rides coming to Hull Fair this year. I'm going to throw in a few honourable mentions in there as well, because let's be real, there's a lot to choose from this list. Nailed it down to 10 for consistency's sake. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, as honourable mentions go, I think I'll go for 3 honourable mentions. First of which is Alex Crow's Psycho. Yeah, I know, people might be thinking, what the hell? Why is this not top 10? It's a loot fighter. You like thrill rides, this is quite intense. You love atmosphere. What's the problem with Psycho? Well, for some context, I did Psycho earlier this year at Newcastle The Hopping, and I've got to be honest, I was so let down. I was so excited for this thing. I thought, right, atmosphere is done for. Psycho's a new kid on the block. It's going to be amazing. And while the restraints did feel a little bit better, I can't deny, the cycle was so short, and I barely got any spins on it as well, which was so disappointing. Maybe I just got it on a bad night. Maybe it was just on reduced capacity or whatever. I don't know. Point is, I was just let down by it. It didn't do much. It didn't even go that high with the swing compared to stuff like Red Devil, which I did earlier at Nottingham. So my expectations for it aren't as high, but I'm hoping it's going to surprise me and it can take on its rivals this year, Matrix and Atmosphere once again. Now, another iconic honourable mention. You can't have Hull Fair without a frog jumper, and the best one in my eyes is King Frog. Now, I do prefer the lighting package on Yeti. I can't deny it's better. But for me, the cycles I've had on King Frog have been longer and have been more aggressive, especially with going forwards and backwards. And I just love that iconic frog on the top. Like, it's a mascot. That thing is a Hull Fair mascot. It's a national treasure. And not seeing it at Hull Fair would generally, like, make me distraught. So I love King Frog. It's not quite top 10 worthy for me. Like, a frog jumper is definitely, like, not a ride you really want to do on your own. You want to do it really with your mates more to get more enjoyment out of it. But it's a banging ride. The front cycle and the backward cycle are always good. And yeah, I love the feeling of it. What can I say? It's just not quite top 10 material for me, but it's iconic nevertheless. Now, my final honourable mention might surprise people as well, and that's going to Exciter, the Dutch G-Force Extreme Machine. Now, this ride is great. No denying it's great. It's even made my top 10 before a few years back. But for me, it's the price that gets me. It's a little bit steep for what you do. You're looking at between £6 to £8 for this, and it's normally between the 7 and 8 mark. And I just think for rides like Vertigo, where you charge a £5, you get a better experience in my opinion. Like, this ride is great. The G-force it pulls is insane. And what's scary is that this thing pulls more G-force in my eyes than even something like some of the loot fighters, which is insane. And you don't even go upside down on this. You go, like, near sideways. But how fast you go, you get slammed in your seat. It's brilliant. So I do love this ride. I just tend to rank rides on the overall package. So the pricing, the value for money, the theming. And for me, Excited it falls short on the price. But it's none less to say, if they get that price down this year, or it has a longer cycle, if I feel like I've come off and got my money's worth, then it will definitely make top 10 for sure. Here we are now into the big leagues. We're going into the top 10 most anticipated rides from myself for Hull Fair 2025. So let's go. So number 10 for me, this will surprise no one, is going to Sea Storm. Sea Storm is a Hull Fair classic. It arguably is the best family ride at Hull Fair. I think it's won best family ride at Hull Fair like multiple years in a row. I don't think it can be beat from a family experience, and it's actually fairly intense as well, depending on like what cycle you get. Like when you start going backwards and your ship is spinning, oh, it's amazing. Plus how beautiful it looks. Hello, look at that theming, the waves, the boats, the whole thing. It looks amazing. when I went on this, I only did this for the first time last year, and I was generally blown away. I thought, right, I'll go on and I'll take the bullet, I'll go on the family ride, see what it's like. But no, I was laughing and smiling the whole time. Then he dropped my phone recording because it's that good. He does pull some force. So I can't wait to go on it. It's even better than some of the waltzers, I would say. And from what you get on there, you're on there for a long time. It's a good long ride cycle as well, to be fair, and it's a capacity eater. And I think for what you get from an experience of people of all ages, I think Sea Storm's banging, and I think it definitely deserves to be on my top 10 most anticipated. Whether or not it will stay on there, and whether things like Psycho or Exciter, the more intense for rides, if they're better than I think they will, they could take this spot, but nonetheless, Sea Storm is staying where it is for now. Number 9, and I feel like the placement of this one fits quite well with number 10, Sea Storm, that being Atmosphere Creator. For me, this has been the best waltzer of whole fair, and that compliment is no joke, considering like you've got stuff like Richmond's Laser Blazer and Affia's Hellblazer, which are both amazing. Atmosphere Creator is the king of waltzers for me at whole fair. The lighting package in there is surreal. You generally feel like you're in a nightclub. With how dark it is in there as well, with the lights and how fast you go on this thing, it is mental. That being said, Amphia's Hellblazer for me could also take this spot. It's pretty close between these two, but if I had to, this one tops it because of the lighting package for me. But they're very close, and Hellblazer, like I said, could very much in the spot. But for me, Atmosphere Creator is a safe bet. It's an iconic whole fair ride. It's in the same spot every year, and it's just amazing. And I feel like it's normally like £4 to £5. You do get a pretty long cycle on it, and I do think it's worthwhile. And the cues this thing gets as well, compared to the other waltzers, it makes a statement. It tells you that, oh yeah, this is the one to watch. I could go on some of the other ones, but this one's got a line for a reason. Now, the idea of saying a most anticipated list can apply to rides that I have not done, and this is the first one of these on this list, and that is the Matterhorn New York, New York. Now, I have not done this one, and that makes me excited for it, because rides I've not done, I do get excited for, especially when it's a Matterhorn that could potentially rival something like IceJet. Now, IceJet will be on this list further up, spoilers, but for the most part, I've not done this, and it looks great. The theming on this looks great, and I know you might be thinking like, why do you take theming on Funfair rides so seriously, like they're tacky, cheap, whatever, but it's like, no, like you can tell effort's been put into this. The cabs for the cars look amazing. I think that's wow cool. I don't know how fast this one goes, but it just looks cool. I'm excited to get on it. I don't know how much it is, but the fact that, you know, I want to do this more than go on something like Sea Storm or Atmosphere Creator, because I've not done it before. It might be a one and done for me, but this is my most anticipated list. This is something I've not done, and I'd rather go on something I've not done than something I've already done 1,000 times, like Atmosphere Creator or something like Sea Storm. So that's why it's on here. Whether or not it's any good, we'll have to wait and see, but I'm still excited for it, and I don't think it's been at Whole Fair before. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but regardless, I'm excited to get on it, and a Matterhorn is always a welcome addition to Whole Fair. Number 7, again, another newcomer for this year, and that is part of the Scottish duo Techno Power, the Extreme Ride. So this thing is pretty much like Air Raid and Void and Shaw's Fighter and Extreme that also go to Whole Fair. And this one, again, very much for the same reason as New York, New York. I've done this before. If it's anything like Void, that was in Whole Fair in 2023, this thing is going to be amazing. If it's anything like Shaw's Fighter, which is here at Whole Fair this year, unfortunately, then I know that my area down there, my male area down there, is getting crushed, because Extreme Rides can do that if they're not smooth enough or whatever. So I've got good expectations for this. I'm excited for it. Number 6 now, and although I said, rides I'd rather do rides I haven't done over rides I've already done, IceJet is an exception because it's not been at Whole Fair in a while, and to see it back is amazing. And I've not done it in a while, so I'm very excited to give it a go. Now, basically, IceJet, for people who don't know, is probably the best Matterhorn out there going. The lighting package on it is insane. You could probably put this in like Hyde Park Winter Wonderland, and it could probably blend in and get up there with some of the rides that have had lots of money put into them. It looks amazing, and it rides fast. This thing is no joke. It is a speed machine. You get a good long cycle on it as well. And those icy lights and that polar bear you're going around flashing with snow around you, it's amazing. It's definitely an atmosphere. What can I say? And I'm so glad it's back. I don't know why it's not been at Hull Fair in so long. Stuff like Turbojet have definitely filled the void, and Extreme Joker, and maybe like Midnight Express, but not quite to an extent. But this one's the one to watch, and I don't think New York is going to top this, but I'm excited to see one nonetheless if it's going to be Best Matterhorn again at Hull Fair, as I'm expecting it to be. So number 7 definitely goes to IceJet. Number 5 now. Now, the placement of this one always annoys me because this ride I always enjoy and this ride's always good, but it never does anything new that blows me away. But regardless, it's brilliant. And that's Dante's Air coming at the number 5 spot. This again is one of those where it's like an icon of Hull Fair. Like, not seeing it as part of the skyline isn't right. This ride is brilliant. It is really good. I do think the cycle on it is a little bit too short, but it's probably the smoothest ride going at Hull Fair. This ride is glass smooth. It's beautiful. You don't get smacked around or anything like that. It's glass smooth, and you're going around at like just the right speed, like not too fast and not too slow. Plus, some of the views you get up there where you're dangling up there for that halfway point through the cycle is amazing. It never fails to disappoint. I would say as well, with it being placed near Toxic now, that they did from last year, with they both start to swing. Oh, that is amazing. Especially if you get that moment. Oh, it's so cool seeing that near miss. It's amazing. It adds to both rides. So, but yeah, Air is kind of a no-brainer to put on my top 10 list. It's just one of those where like I see it every year and I go, yeah, that's top 10, but it doesn't excite me. It's not like, oh, like what's it going to be this year with the cycle? What's it going to do? It's like, no, it's always, yeah, it's going to be in there somewhere, probably middle of the road, because it's brilliant. I do think it can be a little bit expensive at times and the cycle is a bit too short, but it's so smooth and it's so worthwhile. Number 4 might surprise some people for how much I go on about this blooming ride, but it's Atmosphere. And I did not think Atmosphere would be at Hull Fair this year with 2 other loot fighters on the scene. But no, here I am this afternoon walking around Walton Street and it's there in its normal spot, ready to take on the other 2 loot fighters like the OG beast it is. Now, Atmosphere is a brilliant ride. I love this thing. I am a die-hard fan of Atmosphere. And it used to be my number 1, but it's definitely gone down in my anticipation list because of the other new loot fighter models that have come out, which one of them I'll be talking about in a bit. But in comparison to some of the other rides, it does feel a little bit rough at times, but that adds to the thrill for me. Like, I do like a ride that does smash my head about a little bit, but not to like an extreme extent. This one does it for me just the right amount, borderline, and the spinning you get on it is great. And it's not too fast as well. You power up gradually, which I like about it as well. And you do get a fairly decent cycle on it. It does get let down by the price. Like, sometimes this can be the same price as Air, and you look at the two and think, ooh, like, would I rather go on that big white thing or that smaller thing? Like, you know? So Atmosphere's price does let it down a bit, but it's got fire effects on it as well. And if that's going off when you're spinning about, oh, it's a treat to behold. But yeah, it's a classic. It always will be. It's always going to be up there for me in like the pantheon of like goated rides. I even gave this thing best ride in 2021, I believe it was. So yeah, but compared to like some of the newest stuff that's come out and other rides on the scene, it's not quite up there, but you never know. Stranger things could happen. We could see it in the number 1 spot. And if so, I'd be glad to see it about there. Now, these next 3 that are above Atmosphere are holding pretty high regard, and I'm hoping they deliver because beating Atmosphere is no joke. So, number 3 spot is Matthew's Skyfall. Now, I did this ride along with Psycho at Newcastle the Hoppings earlier this year, and I looked at it and thought, I don't think much of this. I think it's going to be pretty forceless. I don't think it's going to be that good with the suspense or whatnot. I am so pleased I was wrong. This German behemoth is amazing, and crazy to say this, it is taller than our UK tallest coaster, Hyperia, which is 236 feet. This drop tower is 262 feet. So this is technically the tallest operating ride in the UK when it's open. How mental is that? It is no joke. It's great. It is a one-trick pony. but it does it so well. You climb that tower, but you climb it slowly. They make you feel the suspense. They make you wait there, and it is brilliant. You are up there spinning around for quite a while, by the way. When I did it in Newcastle anyway, I think it's because towards the end of the day, and it's like rides about to close, so maybe I got a longer cycle. But you definitely stay up there for a while. The suspense builds, and before you know it, bang, you drop. And that drop is forceful. It's quick, but it's forceful. It takes stuff like Launchpad at Pleasure Beach and wipes the floor with it. You really do get dragged down, drop dead, and it's brilliant. It's a really good ride. It does one thing, and it does it brilliantly well. And the fact it's going to be at Hull Fair this year, somewhere it's never been, again, correct me if I'm wrong, is amazing. And it completes the skyline up against like Big Ben and Around the World. So to see it at Hull Fair is exciting. And if it's anything like the experience I had at Newcastle, it's amazing. I forget how much I paid for it. I think it was in like the £8 to £10 range, I want to say, but I felt like it was worth it. I felt I was up there for like 2 minutes or so. So very excited to see Matthew Skyfall at Hull Fair in the number 3 spot. Right, number 2, and I'm so glad it's here. We've got Superstar, and people might think, what? Like this thing? Like, you know, not like the tall drop tower or even some of the boosters or whatnot. Like, what is this like little flat ride going to do? Oh boy, Superstar for me is the overall package. This ride is brilliant because it's a capacity eater for starters. It's good value for money, coming in between like £4 to £5. You get a pretty long cycle on it as well. You go upside down on it, and it pulls so much G-force on it as well. And the views are amazing on it. It's just this thing does everything for me. It's like the compact thrill experience. It's the overall package. It's amazing. It's pretty intense as well, to say the least. Like, this thing's no joke, especially when like you've got a longer cycle on it. Yeah, it's great. And the operations on this as well are quite quick, because sometimes you get on these rides and you're waiting around for ages, but like this thing fills up quickly and the restraints just come down, you start spinning and you're off. That's it. It doesn't take a while to get going or whatnot, or you're not like on a booster where you're held up in the air, or it's like a waltzer. No, this thing just gets going. And for that reason, Superstar, I gave it best ride in 2023, so it's up there with the Pantheon. I think this thing can be as good as Atmosphere, if not better, because it's cheaper. Like, I think Atmosphere is more intense, but this is the cheaper experience, you know, and money at Hull Fair is no joke. These rides do add up, especially if you're a nutcase like me who goes in them a lot. And Superstar basically does everything Atmosphere can do, but it's more compact, and I feel like it's an absolute blast, and it's so underrated in my eyes. So Superstar, one to watch again for this year. Wouldn't be surprised if it takes the number 1 spot. So we'll have to see what happens and if it's going to be my Superstar once again. And without further ado, the number 1 spot goes to Matrix. Now, Matrix is a loop fighter, and it's a newer model, I believe, and it's been circulating in Scotland. It's from Scotland, and it's coming down this year for its Hull Fair debut, and I'm so excited for it. Basically, this seems to be a bigger, badder version of Atmosphere. Whether or not it will beat Atmosphere will be interesting to see, and if it can beat Psycho, which I think is a low bar currently. But I'm so excited for this because I haven't done it, and Loop Fighters are some of my favourite funfair rides of all time, and if done right, like I'm hoping this thing will be, it could take number 1. Whether it does or not, we'll have to wait and see, and how much they charge for the price could also factor into this, but seeing it go around today, and seeing how fast that pendulum swings, wow, it looks to be up to the standard that Red Devil is at Nottingham, which I did a bit earlier this month for the first time, and that blew my socks off. Red Devil is one of my favourite funfair rides now, and it makes me worry that Atmosphere is getting faded out a little bit, but you know, by the new boys on the block. But we'll have to wait and see. Like, Matrix for me is my most anticipated because I've not done it. A lot of the other rides on here I have done, and the ones I haven't done aren't to as a grander scale as Matrix. So this Loop Fighter, I've got a lot riding on this, and I blew and hope it's good. So, is it going to stack up? You know, I think it can beat Psycho. Can it beat Atmosphere, the OG? We'll wait and see. But, yeah, I'm excited for this one, and I'm ready to get flipped around at God knows however many miles per hour. So there you have it. That is my top 10 most anticipated rides for Hull Fair 2025. Believe it or not, you can have an opinion too. Yours might be wrong, but you can still comment it. I'm only kidding. Say what you want. These are just my thoughts, you know, from my previous experience on some of these rides and what I'm expecting from some of the new kids on the block. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments if you agree, disagree. But regardless, it's going to be a madness for us all. I'll be seeing you guys at Walton Street. Hopefully you'll be there. And it's going to be amazing. Thanks for watching. And I guess you can click like and subscribe. I never thought I'd be saying that in my lifetime, but there you go.